So the year 2021 has started off on a fantastic note for truly wireless earbuds. We recently reviewed the Oppo Enco X, a pair of premium truly wireless buds which sounds absolutely excellent. But guess what? There's already a product that sounds better than the Oppo Enco X, and yes, I'm talking about the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. Hi, I'm Ashar from My Smart Price, and this is my full detailed review of the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro, Samsung's latest flagship truly wireless earbuds which come with dual drivers and active noise cancellation. But as usual, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever My Smart Price puts out an awesome new tech video. Now the Galaxy Buds Pro comes in three colors: silver, black and violet. We have the silver unit and the charging case has a matte finish. Now for the dimensions, it is the same size as the Galaxy Bud Lives box for sure, and definitely makes it pretty pocketable. Also the rounded corners and the smooth feel makes it comfortable to hold in the hand. Moving on, we have a Type-C port on the rear, and there are a couple of LED indicators, one on the front that indicates the battery charge level of the case, and one inside that gives you an idea of the charge on the buds. Now unlike the Oppo Enco X's case, you will have to try really hard to flip open the lid of the Galaxy Buds Pro with your thumb. The best solution is to use two hands. In any case, the mechanism doesn't feel as smooth and tactile as the AirPods Pro or the Enco X's case. Although this is the downside of the form factor of the Buds Pro, which doesn't have a stem. Now once you open the lid, you'll see the buds nestled inside the cavity specifically carved out for them. I must say this, on many occasions I unwittingly put the buds in the wrong slots. Although the lid won't shut with the buds in the wrong slots, so that'll tell you you're doing something wrong. Now the buds themselves have a glossy exterior, and in silver it is sort of blinding. I'd rather go for the black variant of the Buds Pro, which is also glossy but at least not as blinding. The vent on the rear is a mic mesh and chamber for minimizing wind noise in calls or while recording audio. You'll notice another air vent on the inner matte finish portion. This one exists to reduce occlusion for spacious audio as per Samsung. But how's the fit, you ask? Well, it was excellent for my ears. After finding the right tip from the three sizes that you get inside the box, you must lock it in properly to ensure it doesn't cause discomfort or fall off. That said, if you have a small concha, then you might find these uncomfortable to wear. I also performed the vigorous head shake test and the Buds Pro didn't fall off from my ears. Yup, the fit is pretty secure. And not to mention, you also get IPX7 rating, which means the Buds Pro can be submerged under a meter of water for 30 minutes. Also folks, if you find this review informative thus far, don't forget to hit that like button so that the YouTube algorithm recommends it to more people. Now it goes without saying, you can make most of the Buds Pro if you have a Samsung device. The moment you open the case, your Samsung phone throws up a card asking you to connect to the Buds Pro. The connection was absolutely rock solid on my MacBook Pro, S21 Ultra, iPhone 12 and Note 20 Ultra. Not once did I have a connection drop. The app support is great for the Buds Pro. Essentially, you get the same great Galaxy wearable app to switch between the ANC, ambient noise mode, change the equalizer setting, switch on the more advanced features such as the new 360 audio feature and much more. In fact, Samsung also offers widgets for its earbuds that let you quickly glance at the battery level of the case and the buds on your phone itself. Or you can also cycle between the different ANC modes. Now, as for the controls, the earbuds have a touch-sensitive surface. Tap once to pause the music and double tap to change the music. Apart from this, you can also customize the long touch function individually for the left and the right earbud from the Galaxy Wearable app. Here you can set it to increase or decrease the volume, which is great because many earbuds don't offer volume control. Another way to control your Buds Pro is by using Bixby. It works really well. What also works well is the option to switch between paired devices. Although you can only do that from the connected device and not from the Buds Pro, which is a letdown. Samsung also offers seamless switching between Samsung devices, which means if you're watching a video on a Galaxy Tab and you get a call on your Galaxy phone, it will automatically switch to the call. I tried replicating this with the Note 20 Ultra and the S21 Ultra, and it was pretty iffy if you ask me. But I guess I'll have to try it with a tablet to test it properly. Unfortunately, I don't have one with me on hand. So now while all the connectivity features on the Galaxy Buds Pro are great, I do have a couple of complaints. Now for example, with an iPhone, when it's connected to an iPhone, you don't get all the enhanced features. For example, you cannot update the firmware, you cannot change the long touch function, or fiddle with all the settings that is available on the Galaxy Wearable app. Now the other problem that I found with controls on the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro is the fact that there is no play pause feature when you take it out of the ear and wear it back again, basically the wear detection function that you get with a lot of even cheaper earphones. The major reason why the Buds Pro has the Pro moniker is because it offers active noise cancellation. Well, Samsung claims the Buds Pro can block out 99% of the external background noise at 118.43 Hz. Now, numbers aside, I found it effective enough to block out extremely low frequency hums and absolutely ineffective for human voices even after cranking up the volume. Even inside a flight, when somebody was talking next to me, I could hear them clearly even at 100% volume. It is definitely not the best ANC you can find on a pair of truly wireless earbuds, that much I can tell you. The AirPods Pro and the Sony WF-1000XM3 do it much better. The Buds Pro is only slightly better than the Oppo Enco X when it comes to active noise cancellation. That said, the ambient sound mode on the Buds Pro is just fantastic. When the mode is switched on, the Buds Pro very naturally amplifies the environment sound around you. By the way, I completely forgot to talk about the voice detect function on the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. Essentially, when this is on, the Buds Pro's voice pickup unit actually listens to your voice whenever you're talking and reduces the volume of the music. What this means is that if there is somebody who comes and interrupts you while listening to music, you can keep the conversation going, and it's pretty simple as well. Now, this is not the very first time that somebody has done it. Obviously, Sony has done it with its ANC products before, for example, with the WH-1000XM4 and the WF-1000XM3 as well. Having said that, Samsung's done the implementation really well. I also like the fact that you can cycle between 5, 10, 15 seconds for the voice detect function to switch off once the conversation is over. Now, finally, coming to the sound signature of the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. Now, how do I put it? Like the young kids say, it's lit AF. The Buds Pro has a dual coaxial dynamic driver setup in each earbud. You get a 6.5mm tweeter and 11mm woofer with support for AAC codec for most devices and the scalable codec for Samsung phones. Regardless, the Buds Pro offers a soundscape that is immediately immersive, dynamic and detailed. I was taken aback by the amount of weight in the sound, something that I had heard only in the Sennheiser Momentum TWS2. You will be absolutely impressed by the crisp and clean reproduction of the high end. The backing guitar in Foo Fighters Waiting on a War from their new album Medicine at Midnight sounds so beautiful. And thanks to the way the Buds Pro are tuned when the song starts rising in crescendo after about the 3-minute 18-second mark, you will be able to distinguish between Dave Grohl's voice, the accompanying drums, bass guitar and the other cacophony of instruments. The imaging is plain excellent. But if you listen to a lot of atmospheric post-rock bands such as Sigur Rós or Mogwai, I can assure you that the Enco X offers a wider soundstage and it sounds more airy. That's where Oppo's partnership with Dynaudio comes in handy. Moving on, thanks to the dedicated 11mm woofer, the low end of the Buds Pro has a lot of bite and the right amount of attack. The bass performance is where it beats the Enco X fair and square. In Mirza by Nuclear, you will appreciate the quality of the bass. It is evident that the bass and treble are slightly more attacking compared to the mids in the Buds Pro's overall sound signature. Overall, the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro has a nice, warm, V-shaped sound signature which is suited for most genres. You know what? I'll put it out there. This is my favorite sounding pair of truly wireless earbuds. Yes, it sounds better than the Sony WF-1000XM3, the Oppo Enco X, the AirPods Pro, and even the Sennheiser Momentum Truly Wireless 2. As for the new 360 audio feature that works in conjunction with Dolby Atmos, it is available only on Samsung phones running One UI 3.1. I'll be honest, while the head tracking is accurate, like when you move left or right, I found it quite average for spatial audio. The AirPod Pro's spatial audio mode is definitely more engaging and effective for sure. I found it especially underwhelming when I tested extraction on Netflix using the Buds Pro. Now you have two mics on the Buds Pro and coupled with the mic mesh chamber working as a windshield, the call quality of the Buds Pro is absolutely excellent. Indoors in a quieter environment, the AirPods Pro continues to be slightly better with its mic quality. It sounds fuller and cleaner. But when you're out and about, the mics on the Buds Pro can cut out the wind noise in a far better fashion compared to the AirPods Pro. Now if you're a gamer, Samsung has a gaming mode in beta that claims to reduce the audio-video latency. and it does fairly decent job there too. As for the battery life, with ANC on and 80% volume, I got around 4 hours and 30 minutes of continuous playback from the Buds Pro, which is very close to the 5 hours advertised by Samsung. You can also charge it at least thrice using the case. The case also supports wireless charging, in case you were wondering. So as you can tell by now, I am a fan of Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro sound signature. In fact, I can live with every single one of its flaws just because it sounds so good. Samsung, just shut up and take my money. These are definitely going to be my go-to pair of truly wireless earbuds until something better comes along. So even for its asking price of Rs 16,000, this gets an immediate recommendation from me, especially if you're using an Android smartphone. Now, if you're looking at alternatives and if you own an iPhone, then I would suggest that you go ahead and pick up the AirPods Pro or something like the Jabra Elite 85T, which offers a complete control using even an iPhone, which obviously is not present on the Galaxy Buds Pro at the moment, at least until a firmware update comes about. Now, if you're looking at something that offers the best active noise cancellation, then I would suggest that you pick up the Sony WF-1000 XM3. Now, if you want something which offers better value but great sound, then the Oppo Enco X, which costs at least Rs 6,000 lower than the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro, could be the one for you. So I hope you guys liked my full review of the Galaxy Buds Pro. Do let me know in the comment section below what you thought about it. Until next time, this is Ershad from My Smart Price, signing off. Goodbye and Godspeed, my friends.